Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone.
Growing up in rural South Dakota, I understand the importance of electric cooperatives because they give us the power to live and work in any area we choose. They also gave me an amazing opportunity to experience the youth tour in Washington, D.C. I'm currently a student at SDSU, but one of my favorite things in life is coming home to be with my friends and family, especially my little brother Lane. West Central Electric is an important part of my life and our community.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
It's a new year and a new you. Whether you're looking to finance a new vehicle or refinance your current one, Owyhee Federal Credit Union has the best rates in town. With rates starting at 2.25% APR, there's no reason not to check us out. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and see what the ladies at Owyhee Federal Credit Union can do for you.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
Krosenberg Implement, your family-owned John Deere dealer, has a deal for you. This week only, save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Stop into any Krosenberg Implement location in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming this week and save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Refresh that tired old tractor cab interior this winter so you can enjoy it this spring. Krosenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs since 1937.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
It's a new year and a new you. Whether you're looking to finance a new vehicle or refinance your current one, Owyhee Federal Credit Union has the best rates in town. With rates starting at 2.25% APR, there's no reason not to check us out. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and see what the ladies at Owyhee Federal Credit Union can do for you.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
The game we referred to already. Max got the 6'8" grader, 12.5 points, 8.5 rebounds a game, and has 24 block shots this season. Head coach Mike Kiefer and the Lyman Raiders. Montana Dakota Utilities brings you the Stanley County starting lineup in 30 seconds after this from MDU on KGFX.
Montana Dakota Utilities' slogan, "In the community to serve," goes beyond providing safe and reliable natural gas service. MDU and our dedicated employees are committed to the communities they serve, work, and live, just like the dedicated area students and coaches are committed to having the best season possible. Best of luck for a successful season to all area teams from Montana Dakota Utilities, proud to sponsor the area youth.
Troop, the 5'3" senior, starts for Stanley County, along with 5'7" sophomore, the three-point shooter Maddie Duffy. Morgan Hoffman in the starting lineup for the last few games. The 5'5" freshman, along with 5'8" senior Carly O'Connor and the 5'10" senior Jordan Sosa for head coach Keely Graceland. Stanley County Buffaloes and the Lyman Raiders. Law on the Court, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. We'll introduce tonight's officials in 30 here on KGFX.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
Brad Edinburgh, Mark Logan, Jeff Jones are the officials for tonight's game. The Law on the Court brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. That's the Becky Pottsville State Farm pregame. The action comes your way from Parkview in 2 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Is your truck or fleet insurance a one-size-fits-all approach? The commercial line agents at Fisher Rounds & Associates know that each company fleet, owner-operator, or ag producer has unique coverage needs. We understand all the risks and liabilities, so we can create a customized policy that ensures you are fully covered. We're at your service, at your side. Fisher Rounds & Associates, serving your truck insurance needs with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Rapid City, Sioux Falls, and Watertown.
Kennebec Telephone Company Incorporated and their divisions, Charlie's Welding and Auto Repair, KTC Construction, PowerCom TCS, and Napa of Chamberlain proudly support all area youth in their activities. Since 1908, Kennebec Telephone Company has provided the Lyman area with high-speed internet, local and long-distance telephone service, Real Choice TV, excavating, sprinkler systems, electrical work, computer repair, smart homes and farms, auto and welding repair, and Napa Auto Parts. Call our office and find out what we can do for you.
Hi, this is Jody from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Now is the time to take advantage of our refinance program with rates as low as 2.49%, plus no payments for 90 days. Give me a call at 224-4844 or stop up and meet the new friendly faces at our new location on North Garfield Avenue next to the Northridge Plaza. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. Check out their selection in the meat, produce, and deli department, the freshest and best quality in the area. Check out their hardware department as well as the rest of the store. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Their friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Special orders and requests too. Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. Thrifty, local, convenient.
And just ahead, here at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre is the Lynn's Dakota Mart opening tip for tonight's game. Again, somebody's going to have that second win of the season. Lyman 1-6, trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. Stanley County 1-7, trying to stop a 4-game losing streak. And if you're with us, well, you may already know, but we'll tell you even if you do, the Lyman Raiders in boys basketball have beaten Colombe in the first round of the Jones County Invitational in Murdo at Harold Thune Auditorium, 75-42. So the Raiders play tomorrow evening against the winner of the game that will start in just a few minutes between Stanley County and Jones County. The Buffalo Boys, of course, we'll keep you updated on that here, but it's on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO with Darren Boyle. And, of course, see it at the KPLO page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Phillip defeated Kadoka area in the other game today, 44-35. Bennett County, in case you're not aware, had to withdraw from the Jones County Invitational because of COVID-19 issues within their team. So White River automatically on to the semifinals tomorrow evening. In the first semifinal, they will meet Phillip. And that'll be at 6:15 tomorrow evening on KPLO. And then Lyman against the winner of Stanley County, Jones County. After that, the area, of course, will play on. There is a consolation bracket. And it'll be Colombe against whoever does not win tonight's game in the afternoon game tomorrow on KPLO at 2:15. We've got girls basketball here, and we're ready. Lyman in their road black uniforms, red numerals in white trim, with Lyman in white block print letters above the red numerals in the front. Stanley County in their home white uniforms, purple numerals and letters in gold trim, and purple and gold piping lady buffs above the number on the front. So We're ready to get this one going. Jumping center. Max Scott along with Jordan Sosa, and it's eventually Taylor Stroop taking the basketball for Stanley County. Hoffman misses the first try on a three. The rebound is loose on the floor, so Lyman, as the arrow immediately is used, will have the basketball. Well, Scott got up there, the 6-footer, but it was loose on the floor, went right to Taylor Stroop, so Stanley County had an immediate chance. As you watch it, it's at the bucket to our left. Lyman turns the ball over. Maddie Duffy stole the ball away for Stanley County. She's on the left wing there at the basket to your right. As you watch, brought to you by Bauman Lumber, the KGFX page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Bounce to Carly O'Connor on the right wing. Left corner now it's Stroop. Good head fake, drives past Bulmer, got a hand on it, follows and scores. Taylor Stroop scores the first 2 points of the game. 52-51, Lyman beat Stanley County in the one of the first games of the season last year. Down to Lyman Gardens, what a game that was, a real thriller. Stanley County, you heard Keely Braceland say it, her team wants back at him. Bulmer, good spin move. This is quite a talented player. 14 still on Lyman's shot clock. Out front is Mackenzie Labrador for a right wing three that's off the back of the rim by Annie Brocky, and it's out of bounds, and it'll be Stanley County basketball. But Bulmer can shoot threes. Brocky, we just saw, can shoot threes. When we saw this Lyman team against Sully Buttes early in the year, Max Scott hit a three. The 8th grader is starting because she can do a lot. And as the ball came on the right wing to Taylor Stroop, away from that, a moving screen is called on Stanley County's Jordan Sosa. For her first foul, it's also the Buffalo's first turnover. It's the first foul on either team in this game. 2-0 Stanley County, 6:28 in the first quarter. Drive, a dish in the right corner for an open Annie Brocky. Good, took it from Bulmer. Lyman takes the lead at 3-2. 6:17 in the first. Taylor Stroop puts up one finger, signifying the play. Turn around, left of the lane, Jordan Sosa. Down low, reversed by Duffy. Foul. Good move by Maddie. Came under the basket on the right side. Turned to the left. Scooped. Couldn't hit it, but Annie Brocky fouled her. And Duffy will go at the line. It's 48-38 on Tuesday night with Potter County beating Stanley County. Good stretches in that game for the Buffs, but again, problems with turnovers at times hurt them. Duffy hits the free throw to tie the game at 3. First time the game's been tied. 6:07 left in the first half. One more for Maddie. That one rolls around, didn't stay down. And Skylar Volmer, who is quite a quick player along with everything else, has the rebound. Left wing, here comes a three by Erickson that misses. Follow is good. Who do you think? Volmer hit it and was fouled. Volmer with the offensive board. And then was hacked by Morgan Hoffman as she hit the bucket. Hoffman's first, Stanley County's second. Lyman leading again at 5-3. 6-3 now as Volmer completes the three-point play. 6-3 Lyman. 5:50 in the first quarter here at Parkview. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday night. Good pass down low to Duffy. Oh, it rolled off. Good feed from O'Connor. Stroop with a follow missed. And a dual possession on that second rebound. It will stay with Stanley County. Bucket to your right. And a youngster wandered onto the playing court. So play held up for a moment. Now we're ready. Right wing, it is Duffy. These players are youngsters too, but not as young as the kid who looks to be about 3 or 4 that ran onto the court briefly. Wanted to play. O'Connor, left wing pass for Hoffman. The freshman with a 3 is off the rim. And Volmer's in there for another rebound and wants to run. One person break, driving, no good, but fouled. Hoffman, I believe, again, that's number 2 if it is. Trying to catch up with her. Yes, indeed, it is. Hoffman's second foul. And Volmer right back on the line. Caden's hand will come in here right now as Volmer misses the first free throw. for Hoffman. Hand, who has started a lot of this season and last year, too, coming off the bench right now, the 5'11 sophomore. Vollmer again try for her fourth point for a Lyman 4-point lead. It's good. 7-3 Lyman, 5:20 in the first quarter here at Parkview Auditorium. Duffy left-hand dribble on left wing. Basket to your right as you look at it. Lyman, well, they got a bit of a zone look here. It's a matchup, not the old-fashioned zone. Here's a drive by Hand, left it short off the rim. Rocky with a rebound for Lyman. Down floor come the Raiders again. Rocky left wing, Vollmer wants a three, misses a three. Rebound, two Stanley County players nearly fought for it. That might have been a travel, but not called. It's O'Connor that ends up with the rebound. Duffy left of the lane for Stroop, and all over her is Vollmer, and Schuyler has her first foul, second team foul on Lyman. 7-3 Lyman at 4:42 in the first quarter. Vollmer 4, Rocky 3 for Lyman. Kaylee Stroop with a bucket, and Maddie Duffy a free throw for Stanley County. It is Maddie Duffy. Between the rings, bouncing to the right side for O'Connor. To Stroop, into the left corner now for Duffy. Tries a head fake on Brocky. Backs up, lost the dribble, skipped it left side for a three. That's off the rim by O'Connor, and Lyman lets it go out of bounds. And they'll have the basketball, and Stanley County shooting not working so far. They're just 1 of 7 from the floor in the first 3.5 minutes. Lyman 2 of 5. They're leading 7-3. The Raiders of Lyman on. Cook, right wing, down low for a drive by Labrador. Scott it was who had it out front, the 8th grader, and it came to Labrador eventually. Right baseline left short, but a foul is called, and this one is on Carly O'Connor of Stanley County, and that is the first on Carly. Labrador rattles the free throw around the rim, but it's good. And it's 8-3 for Lyman. 5 in a row for the Raiders. Second one is missing. Rebound loose on the floor, and just there to neatly pick it up out of the scrum is Jordan Sosa for her first board for a driving Duffy layup, but that missed. And Max Scott with a rebound. Again, Max barely touched the ball so far, and here's a carry called on Lyman for a turnover. Substitutions, 1 anyway, for Stanley County. As Casey McGee, the freshman, comes into the game. A little bit of a rest for Carly O'Connor. 8-3 Lyman, Stanley County's basketball. 3:43 in the first quarter. Stroop, good drive left of the lane, got knocked out of her hand. The shot was blocked. Vollmer came down with a rebound, long down floor. Scott in front of everybody is fouled as she drove for a layup. Not a block. We'll try and keep track of Scott's blocks, but she hasn't had any yet. Here's 2 fouls now on Jordan Sosa, so 2 Buffaloes have 2. Scott at the foul line rolled off the rim and did not stay down. She'll have another with 3:32 left in the first quarter. Lyman looking for a 6-point lead, and 6 in a row, and Scott is good this time. 9-3 Lyman, the first point for the 8th grader. 3:30 in the first quarter. 1 of 8 shooting for Stanley County. Wanting to get that going, but they're struggling early in this game. McGee spins, keeps that pivot foot down. Pass barely made it to Stroop. Vollmer almost got her hand on that one. Cahan stops for a 16-footer straight away. Off the rim and running down the rebound is Labrador. For Lyman. Into the front court. Vollmer for a right wing shot. That's good. That's Scott. Hits that one from the outside. About 17 feet. As we say, she can shoot long-range too. And it's 11-3 Lyman with 8 in a row for the Raiders. Looking for their 10th straight win over Stanley County. 2:50 in the first. Stroop with a drive. Scott got her hand on the ball and stole it away. Only the second turnover. But Stanley County not shooting well. Lyman getting the transition game working so far. Here is a 3. Just right of the circle. It's good for Ellie Erickson. Second made 3 for Lyman. They have 11 points in a row and an 11-point lead at 14-3, 2:22 in the first. Duffy, Stanley County needs a hoop here. Top of the key is Maddie, with Rocky guarding her. Bounce to hand, left block, threw it over the rim, followed by McGee, missed. Rebound, then came down. The player gets a lot of them, and that's Vollmer. Averages a double-double, as we told you in the pregame. For Labrador, left wing, Rocky tries a 3 off the rim this time, and Stanley County will let that go out of bounds. Lyman tried to save it and could not. Vollmer averages a double-double mainly because of her quickness. Lyman wants this Agtegra timeout. It's 30. We'll take that too. 1:51 in the first. Lyman looking good so far, leading Stanley County 14-3 here at Parkview. Back with you in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
More to offer than ever before. The newly remodeled and expanded convenience store.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
Turning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra Cooperative today. Well, Lyman is shooting well. 4 of 8 from the floor. 2 of 6 on threes. Stanley County isn't. 1 of 10 from the floor. 0 of 2 on threes. And that's the main reason it's 14-3 Lyman, 1:45 first quarter. Stanley County ball. The bucket to your right as you watch it. McGee in the lane. Stop. Nowhere to go, but hand it to Sosa. Right of the old circle. Right corner. Duffy now. Maddie tries to fake out Brocky. Stopped her dribble, bounced it to Sosa, left of the lane for Caden's hand for a 6-footer good for Stanley County's second field goal. Ball worked around well there. First points in a while for Stanley County, 14-5 Lyman at 1:18 in the first. Lob getting a hand on it. No, Sosa did not get a hand on it. That pass was errant by Ellie Erickson and out of bounds, the third Lyman turnover. 1:10 in the first. An 11-point run had Lyman up by 11. McGee right of the lane. Bounce a little low, but Sosa is able to catch it. Jordan turnaround over Scott and off the rim. Loose on the floor. Nobody has it yet. No, Scott now does. That's the 6-footer's second rebound. Right wing, it is Brocky. Right corner, Vollmer. Open for a moment. Now hand there to Garter. 46 seconds. Erickson. Skipping on the left side for Brocky. Into the left of the lane, Scott. 40 seconds, 17 on the shot clock. Vollmer resets the offense. Dribbles right wing between the rings. Bounce to Scott, right elbow of the lane. To Vollmer, 8 on the shot clock now as she starts a baseline drive. Reverse layup, did not go. Rebounded by Jordan Sosa. They did well to work the clock. The shot just didn't go. Now the shot clock is off. 20 seconds left in the first. Stanley County with hand in the left corner. Cadence for McGee, 16-footer just behind the foul line. Short hand is there for the rebound, but threw that one over the rim. Max Scott with the rebound. 5 seconds and 4. As into the front court comes Vollmer. A 3 at the end of the first quarter. Misses. Follow was taken by Erickson, but didn't release it in time. After 1 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Parkview Auditorium, it's Lyman 14, Stanley County 5. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Second quarter from Parkview in 30 seconds. You're on 1060 103.1. Make that 1 minute, Trinity. Back in a minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Krosenberg Implement, your family-owned John Deere dealer, has a deal for you. This week only, save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Stop into any Krosenberg Implement location in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming this week and save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Refresh that tired old tractor cab interior this winter so you can enjoy it this spring. Krosenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs since 1937.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Arrow to Lyman, ball to Lyman, second quarter. They've led by as many as 11. They're up 9 now at 14-5. Ireland Hyde has come into the game for Lyman. She is a 5'7" sophomore guard. Right wing shot is missing, but Stanley County touched it last and out of bounds. So Lyman will have a second opportunity here in the first possession of the second quarter. This is a three-pointer on the left side. Kelson Wells tried it, but it's left short, and Jordan Sosa with a rebound. Wells is just into the game for the Lyman Raiders. She's an 8th grader, a 5'6" guard. Pass to hand on the left baseline for Stanley County. Bounce to Sosa from 4, put it in. Nice feed. Jordan Sosa's first 2 points. Now 4 in a row for Stanley County. They've cut what was an 11-point lead for Lyman to 7, 14-7. 50 seconds gone in the second quarter. Homer with a lob. 3 defenders for Stanley County are there, but it can only be a held ball, but it will go to Stanley County. That pass was thrown right into a triple team. And Stanley County has to use the arrow, but they have the basketball. Carly O'Connor is back in for Stanley County. Ellie Erickson back in for Lyman. Maddie Duffy, Taylor Stroop, Carly O'Connor, Cadence Hand, and Kason McGee are the 5 on the floor for Stanley County. A lob to Duffy, tapped it back to Hand, and a dual possession again. This time, this will give it to Lyman, and it's Stanley County turnover, just their 3rd. Let's set the 5 for Lyman. Annie Brocky, Skylar Vollmer. Well, it's their starting 5. Ellie Erickson, Mackenzie Labrador, and Max Scott, who has the ball now. In the lane, drives, missed from 6 feet. And, the rebound by Cadence Hand, and then dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds. So Lyman will have it right back after the 4th Stanley County turnover. Lyman now at 4 for 12 shooting, and Stanley County's only 3 for 15. Before the ball was inbounded, a moving pick is called on Lyman. It'll be Stanley County ball. I think it was Scott. It was Max Scott. That's her first. So there's turnover number 5 on the Lyman Raiders. Duffy crosses the timeline. 1.5 minutes gone in the second. Lyman up 7 now. McGee in the lane. Kaysen dropped the ball. Mackenzie Labrador right there to pick it up for Lyman. Scott, front court, left wing. It is Vollmer. Dribble drive to Scott. Right wing, Ellie Erickson cut off there. Right side, outside the arc. Now bring it up top to Brocky between the rings. About 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Now open for a right wing 3. That is missing by Labrador, and Lyman touched it last. It's out of bounds. Morgan Hoffman back in. Remember, she picked up a couple of fouls in that first quarter. Kason McGee comes out for Stanley County. So Lyman in a little bit of a drought scoring, but they're still up 7. Maddie Duffy on left wing for Stanley County. With a bounce to O'Connor. Again, this is Stroop inside, and a Stroop drove for the baseline. A reach-in foul was called on Lyman's Annie Brocky. That is her second. So that's the first Raider with 2 fouls. Team foul number 4. O'Connor inbound right baseline. The bucket to your right as you watch it. Using the dribble, Duffy, so she just throws it up there and off the brace of the rim. Scott tipped the rebound to Erickson for Lyman. Yeah, Carly knew she lost her dribble. Vollmer on the other end hits a 2. Her foot was on the arc, but it's good for her second bucket and 6th point. Lyman by 9 at 16-7. Hoffman with a drive in the lane, but that is off the rim. And Scott rebounds for Lyman. Vollmer into the lane. Scott down low, just backs down left. It shot it too hard and a little short. And able to take the rebound was Carly O'Connor before a dual possession. Stanley County will keep it with the arrow. Well, Scott's aggressive. She's not going to stop doing that. A couple of times she's just thrown it just a little bit too hard off the right rim. But this is an 8th grader. And as we say, she's in the starting lineup for a reason. Has a lot of skills. Hoffman on the left wing for Stanley County. Bring it to Duffy. Maddie trying a ball fake. Past Brocky. Stops her dribble. Leads it to Hoffman. Still 15 to shoot. Right wing O'Connor. Open from 18. Rolled around the rim and stayed down. It scores. Carly's first 2. Lyman by 7 again. It's 16 to 9. 4:30 in the first half. Skylar Vollmer with those red shoes. A 16-footer straight away. Spots up and shoots it down. 8 for Vollmer. 18 to 9 Lyman. And you give her the room, that's what she's going to do. Spot up and pop. And a lot of the time hit. Left wing 3, Duffy is off the brace of the rim for Stanley County. But O'Connor with a rebound before throwing the ball away. Intercepted by Erickson. And Vollmer now just walks it across the timeline. Down low for Scott. Drove and is fouled. So Mack will head to the foul line. After the first foul on Stanley County's Taylor Stroop. Here's the first free throw for Scott, and it is no good. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier, rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM Fort Pier. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer. Second free throw good for Scott, her 4th point. And a full timeout, Agtegra timeout, called here by Lyman head coach Mike Kiefer. We'll take a minute, 3:53 first half. Lyman 19, Stanley County 9. Back in 1 minute on KGFX. Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pier. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pier. The paint store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pier Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Here, Lyman leading Stanley County and girls play 19-9 with 3:53 left in the first half. In Murdo, last minute of the first quarter in the final game of the day in the boys Jones County Invitational. Jones County, the host, leading Stanley County 8-7. Darren Boyle has that on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. Buffs beat the Coyotes right before Christmas in Murdo. Stanley County with the ball down 10, 19-9 at the bucket to your right. Duffy to Stroop on right wing, trying to drive on Vollmer. Bounced a hand on the left baseline. She's back in there. Shoots over Scott and hits, and 2 buckets for Caden's Hand. 19-11 Lyman at 3:25 in the first half here at Parkview. Vollmer lob inside. Found Scott and scores right over Duffy. Mismatch there, and Lyman took advantage. 6 for Scott. 21-11 Lyman, 3:10 in the half. Their longest lead has been 11 points. Duffy bounced in the right corner for Stanley County for a Duffy 3. Halfway down, didn't stay down. Ellie Erickson rebounds for Lyman. Straight away a Vollmer 3. Nope, foot on the arc, but it's good. Vollmer with 6 in the second quarter, 10 in the first half. Lyman now by 12 at 23-11 at 2:45 in the half. Duffy for Stroop up top. Stanley County team struggling to shoot tonight, only 5 of 19. Lyman 8 of 18 so far. Stroop left of the lane, little half hook from 8 feet. That's off the rim. Wide, Ellie Erickson for the rebound. for Lyman. Work it into the front court. Brocky up top for Erickson. Left wing, there's Vollmer again. Lob knocked down by Caden's hand, preventing it from making it to Scott. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Lyman. 21 for them to shoot, 2:16 and a half. Harley O'Connor comes out and Jordan Sosa back in. 2 fouls, but Keely Braceland's got to have her on the floor. She knows that. Lob in and knocked down is Vollmer by Caden's hand, and that's her first. Right off the inbound, they'll give Lyman a new shot clock with 2:15 left in the first half. No, it'll give them free throws because it's team foul number 7. Vollmer is 2 for 3 at the line tonight. Overall, Lyman 5 for 9. First for a talented player, Skylar Vollmer, front end of the 1-and-1 it is, but it missed. And it is Morgan Hoffman with a rebound for Stanley County. Duffy up top for Taylor Stroop. 2 minutes left in the half. Lyman up by 12. It was 2012 the last time Stanley County won in this series. Duffy with a 3. It's off the rim. It's loose on the floor. Scott battles down there with Stroop. It ends in a dual possession and will go to Lyman. School basketball on 1060 103.1 KGFX, brought to you by Great Western Bank, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Chamberlain Ready Mix, Venture Communications, Room and Ag, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Vollmer stops left of the lane. A 16-footer, a smooth shot, goes again. 8 in the quarter of Lyman's 11. 12 in the game, 25-11, a 14-point Lyman lead. Hoffman with a 3-pointer on the right side. That's off the mark. And Skylar Vollmer with the rebound. Drives all the way to the left baseline. Fouled before she took the shot. She's going to have free throws, though, because it's bonus time. And it's the third on Hoffman. Hoffman has a rebound, but that's all she's contributed so far, other than the 3 fouls. And here's Vollmer, front end of the 1-and-1. She hit this one. And Hoffman out after that third foul. With Kaysen McGee back in for Stanley County. 26-11 for Lyman. Vollmer will shoot again. This one rolled off the rim. And Caden's hand with a rebound for Stanley County. Duffy on right wing. The Buffs are struggling. And out front, shots just have not been able to hold her. 5 of 22, 104 in the half. Stroop on the left wing. McGee to the left baseline. Cut off there. Knocking a hand on the pass and knocking out of bounds was Lyman's Ellie Erickson, who stands out of bounds ready to inbound, but she didn't fool the official. Stanley County with 12 to shoot. Looking for an open player is Duffy. It came to Hoffman in the lane. A 12-footer. I think Scott got a hand on that, but Hand is able to follow and score. 6 off the bench for Caden's Hand. 26-13 Lyman. 40 seconds in the half. That was a block by Matt Scott. That is her first. 3.5 a game coming in. 30 seconds in the half. A right wing 3 by Erickson. Missed everything. Hand, who's having a pretty good first half off the bench with a rebound for Stanley County. She's leading the Buffaloes in scoring with 6 points. 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. Duffy, who hasn't hit a field goal tonight, only 1 free throw for Maddie. Moves to the left side around a hand screen. 9 seconds. Down to 7 as the pass comes to Stroop. Stops in the circle, bounced to Hand, foul by Erickson. Good feed there. Recognizing that Hand had a mismatch going against Erickson, who fouled her first. And Hand will have a couple of free throws with 3.4 left in the half. Cadence is doing the job so far for Stanley County when the rest of her teammates have struggled, but this first free throw misses. And it remains 26-13 for Lyman. One more for Caden's Hand, the sophomore. And into the lane too early, way too early, is Mackenzie Labrador as the shot missed. But Hand will have the second free throw over again. Lavender was in the lane before Hand ever released the ball. Right in front of her, too. One more for Cadence on the second opportunity. She hit it. 26-14 Lyman, inbound to Vollmer. 2-1 across the timeline. Long shot from about 45 feet. Hit the glass at the buzzer. Lyman controlled this first half. They have a 26-14 lead over Stanley County on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre since 1907. The CHS River Plains halftime report comes your way from Parkview Auditorium in 3 minutes with stats and look at other action too. Back in 3 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
It's a new year and a new you. Whether you're looking to finance a new vehicle or refinance your current one, Owyhee Federal Credit Union has the best rates in town. With rates starting at 2.25% APR, there's no reason not to check us out. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and see what the ladies at Owyhee Federal Credit Union can do for you.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
Krosenberg Implement, your family-owned John Deere dealer, has a deal for you. This week only, save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Stop into any Krosenberg Implement location in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming this week and save 8% on cab upholstery kits. Refresh that tired old tractor cab interior this winter so you can enjoy it this spring. Krosenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs since 1937.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The paint store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The paint store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The paint store, same great paint, same great services.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
lead very early on in this game once. But Lyman has led the rest of the way. 12 points, in fact, ties their longest lead of this game. In Murdo, well, Stanley County's picked up the pace a little bit. They're nearing the end of the first half in the final game of the Boys Jones County Invitational. Stanley County with a 19-15 lead now on Jones County. Aaron Boyle has that one, 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. Here the second half begins. Second half throw-in brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. Stanley County basketball, since the arrow points to them. Cadence Hand starts the second half, not Morgan Hoffman. Otherwise, the other starters, Kaylee Stroop for Stanley County, along with Maddie Duffy, Carly O'Connor, and Jordan Sosa. Something being picked up off the floor before the second half begin. It is the starting five to start the second half for Lyman: Annie Brocky, Ellie Erickson, Skylar Vollmer, Mackenzie Labrador, and Max Scott. And they're looking in the lane. Carly O'Connor's looking in the lane. There's still a little something down there. High school basketball on KGFX brought to you by Oasis Pump and Pack, EJ's Food Center, First Dakota National Bank, The Corner Station and The Crossing, Halverson Oil in Kennebec, Ferding Electric, KPI Insurance, Byrie Brothers, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre, Kennebec Telephone, Statewide Ag Insurance, Rivera St. Mary's Hospital. Okay, they brought the big sweeper out there. I think the problem is now solved, and we can get on with the second half, and Stanley County hopes to get on with better shooting. Only 6 of 24 in the first half of this game. They're taking pretty decent care of the ball, 6 turnovers. And Lyman is playing zone now. Saying, all right, you guys want to shoot outside? Go ahead. And away from that, from the ball, a moving screen is called on Stanley County as O'Connor was caught bumping a little bit, swapping paint, as a friend of mine likes to say, with Ellie Erickson. And that's Carly's second foul, and not the way Stanley County wanted to begin the second half. Right wing Brocky for Lyman, and they're black at the bucket to your right, into Max Scott. And Mac is fouled, making a high catch by Cadence Hand. That's her second. So in 19 seconds, all Stanley County's done is commit 2 fouls. Brocky for Lyman, looking for an open player. It's Scott. Moving, backing down on Hand, walked. Just the 6th turnover on Lyman. And even with Hand at 5'11", Scott has the advantage, as she has over most everybody she plays, but couldn't keep the pivot foot down there. Stanley County ball. Sosa up top to Taylor Stroop. Maddie Duffy on right wing. Tries for her first field goal. 3, she's good. Maddie Duffy had only 1 point in the first half. First made 3 of the game for Stanley County. They're down 9 to Lyman. 26-17, 45 seconds gone in the third quarter. Rocky for Lyman. Bucket to your right. Watch it at the KGFX page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. Brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Vollmer using a pick. Left of the circle. Comes to Labrador in the lane. Through a triple team. Left a shot short. Carly O'Connor with a rebound for Stanley County. To Duffy, and they patiently bring it up the floor. Still a lot of time left in this game. 6:50 in the third quarter. Stroop took the pass from Hand. And then a give and go with Cadence, but she lost the ball. And Max Scott picked it up for Lyman. To Vollmer. Top of the key, bounce left wing to Ellie Erickson. Left corner for Mackenzie Labrador. She's inside the arc. Lob came to Vollmer right side. Made Duffy miss. Shot from 16. Rolled off the rim. Cadence Hand with a rebound for Stanley County. And they patiently work it up the floor. They know Lyman's transition game can really be good. They'd like to avoid that as much as possible. Hand for Stroop. 6:10 in the third. Stanley County with the ball. Lyman with a 9-point lead. Duffy uses a screen, but then threw the ball over the rim on the shot. Rebound to Ellie Erickson for Lyman. Bounce. Right corner, it's Mackenzie Labrador. Guarded by Sosa. Handing it to Erickson. Around Duffy to the top of the key comes Ellie. And now Lyman backs it out. They're being patient. 15 still on the shot clock. Vollmer, right wing. To the arc, backs out. Hand in the passing lane. Good play. Jordan Sosa tipped it to her teammate, Taylor Stroop. Stanley County still down 9. Had any points in a bit. Duffy hit a 3 a moment ago. Thought about it there. Instead, left it in the lane for Hand. Hit it from 9. And Caden's Hand is by far having the best night of any Buffalo. She has 9. Lyman's lead at 7 now. 26-19, 5:15, third quarter. Rocky for Labrador. Stopped her dribble. Skipping on the left side now, Skylar Vollmer. Takes a 3 over O'Connor and hits it. Vollmer's first 3. She's now up to 16. 29-19 Lyman. 4:55 in the third, so Vollmer's hit her average in points. Duffy outside the arc. Dribble stopped by Maddie's. Got to find someone. Does find Stroop. Left of the lane. Bounce left corner. O'Connor with a 3. Hand in her face. Left it short. Vollmer brings the rebound down for Lyman. Raiders want to run. Left wing 18-footer swish. Annie Brocky. And that's why Stanley County doesn't want that transition game to go in Keeley-Braceland. Wants an Actegra timeout, a full timeout. 4:31 in the third. Lyman back to a 12-point lead over Stanley County, 31-19. Back in 1 minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with
Caden's Hand fouled her. That's her third, so she's the second Buffalo with 2 fouls. With 3 fouls, she'll come out, and the freshman Kaysen McGee, the 5'9" forward, back into the lineup for Keeley-Braceland, whose team again had moments of playing well against Potter County, but they have struggled at shooting from the start tonight. They led very early once. Scott on right wing, a jumper left short by Erickson, but there under the rim to take it as Labrador follows and scores her first field goal. She has 3 points. 35-19 Lyman. They moved it up to a 16-point lead with 3:09 left in the third, and then Jordan Sosa travels for Stanley County, who is looking flustered again. Had the lead very early on in this game, but then Lyman had a run of 11 in a row in the first quarter, and they really haven't looked back. They've led by no less than 7. Labrador now travels for Lyman. Now it is up to 16 at 35-19, the longest lead of this game for Lyman. And they beat Timberlake. Timberlake's not a bad team to start this season, 4-2. In the lane is a drive by O'Connor. Boy, a lot of ball, but they did call the foul. Mike Kiefer's not too sure about that one. He thought that Max Scott had a clean block. Instead, it's her second foul. And it means free throws for Jordan Sosa. For the first time in this game for her, she hit the first. Lyman 35, Stanley County 20 with 2:48 in the third. Again, wrestling on KGFX tomorrow. Pure Governors host Huron and Watertown. Double duel for the team starts at 4:30. Second free throw is no good, and on the run, Skylar Vollmer with a rebound. Now takes a three and hits it. Goodness me. Skylar Vollmer's second three. She now has 19, and it's 38-20 for Lyman. 2:36 in the third. Hoffman right of the lane. It is a pass on the other side to McGee, missing. Sosa, however, turns around with a rebound, but then traveled. There is hustle going on for the Buffaloes. And it's leading to some of these mistakes, but again, just nothing but frustration tonight after the first couple of minutes. Erickson for Lyman. No frustration for this team. They're playing well. Lavender bringing up top to Vollmer. Was open again. Duffy got a hand in her face, but then she drove to the right baseline. Scoop left short, gained her own rebound, and she was pushed. And Vollmer's just every place. And a very, very, very difficult player to defend. Carly O'Connor with the foul. That's her third, and they've all been in this third quarter. Team foul number 4 on Stanley County. Lyman has only one at 2:05 in the third. Lyman with the ball and a 38-20 lead over SC. Vollmer on right wing. Now makes a move on Hoffman. Now drives to the baseline. She is fouled. She's so quick. She's just hard to keep up with. And when she takes that big first step, good luck staying with her. Kaysen McGee with the foul, her first team foul, number 5 on Stanley County. Vollmer is 3 of 6 at the line. She's close to a double-double, by the way, which she averages. The first free throw misses. 15.5 points, 10 rebounds coming in. She has 19 points and 9 rebounds tonight. Marina Scott, a 5'4" guard, a junior, comes in for the first time, replacing Mackenzie Labrador. One more for Vollmer. Good. Her 20th point. 39-20. The Lyman lead now 19 becomes their longest. 1:52 in the third quarter here at Parkview Auditorium. On the left side, it is a drive by Sosa. Spins to the other side. Fouled. Pushed a little by Max Scott. That's her third foul. Nice move by Jordan Sosa to draw free throws. Incidentally, if you're a Buffalo fan, you'll want to know that the games that were postponed last week with McLaughlin have been rescheduled. First free throw good. The varsity doubleheader. That's going to be Monday here at Parkview Auditorium, with the varsity action starting at around 6. Kaysen McGee out. Kaylee Stroop back in 39-21 now, the Lyman lead, with 1:45 in the third, and the second free throw is short. And Marina Scott grabbed the rebound, and then she was fouled. This one is the fourth on Carly O'Connor. She's had 4 fouls in the third quarter. 4 of the 16 fouls on Stanley County. She only has 2. She's had a frustrating night, and Caden's hand is in as O'Connor comes out. Talks to her teammates, now talks to Keely Braceland, saying, hey, I'm doing what I can, but they keep calling fouls on me. Erickson, a left wing 3 for Lyman is good. Her second of the game, the 5th for Lyman. They're up 21. They've doubled Stanley County, 42-21, 1:25 in the third. The Raiders looking sharp. Looks like, unless something unexpected happens, it'll be the 10th straight win in this series for Lyman. The Raiders have just committed a foul. It's on Ellie Erickson. That's her second. Third team foul on Lyman. 1:19 in the third. Jones County Invitational. Stanley County leading Jones County early third quarter. 20-15 is that score. Kelson Wells back in, the 8th grader. Marina Scott is out. Hoffman on right wing for Stanley County at 1:13 in the third. Up top, for Sosa, trying to force Scott out there. Pass over the hand of Caden's hand and out of bounds. And, well, here we go. After Stanley County took pretty good care of the ball in the first half, just 6 turnovers. They now have 6 in this third quarter alone. And Lyman will have the ball and watch the clock go under the minute mark in this possession of 21. Erickson up top for Kelson Wells. Deflected, came back to Kelson. Vollmer, right wing for Erickson. Bring it on the west side for Vollmer. Now she's being double teamed. That's knocked out of bounds by Caden's hand. But that doesn't seem to phase her either. We did see that when we saw Lyman play in Sully Buttes earlier this season. 13 on the shot clock, 45.9 in the third quarter. Lyman with the ball and a 21-point lead. Left wing Vollmer, hand out there to guard her. Lifted for Scott, skipping on the right side, but not ready for the pass was Kelson Wells. And it's out of bounds, Stanley County ball as it went through the 8th grader's hands. 38 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll next have Stanley County here on KGFX a week from Saturday for a varsity doubleheader with Harriet Selby area here at Parkview, 5:45 that day. It is Sosa with 26 seconds left in the third. Lob for Hand, left baseline, scores from 3 feet. And Caden's Hand is having a good game. She has 11. 42-23 Lyman, 16 seconds left in the third. Shot clock off. Erickson not ready for the pass. Missed it. Stolen by Hoffman. Now the Erickson then fouled her. Her third, team foul number 4 on Lyman. So Stanley County will have it one more time in this third quarter with 13 seconds left. Stroop into Duffy, back to Taylor, and she's across the timeline. Left wing Hoffman, 6 seconds and 5. Duffy with a left baseline drive, fouled at 3.6. The jump by Duffy. Saw that the path was there. Saw that Marina Scott, who's back in there, wasn't really set to defend and had to reach for her first foul and the 15th foul on Lyman. Hoffman will inbound left baseline at 3.6 to go. Looks for someone. It is Sosa, left of the lane from 12. Oh, rim the basket. And out of bounds as the third quarter ends. Through 3 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre. Lyman 42, Stanley County 23. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. The fourth quarter comes your way from Parkview in 1 minute on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
When you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
Reminder first that Bauman Lumber will bring you our player of the game following tonight's game here on KGFX. Lyman with the ball and with a 19-point lead as the fourth quarter begins. It's 42-23. Vollmer on the left wing to Ellie Erickson. Bounce to Mackenzie Labrador in the left corner. Lyman in the road black at the basket to our right. Red numerals and white trim. White block print letters that say Lyman above the number on the front. Left wing foot on the arc, but the shot's good for Brocky. Annie Brocky's second bucket. She has 5 and back to a 21-point Lyman lead at 44-23, 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Hand, who's played well for Stanley County tonight. Up top for Sosa while her teammates have struggled. Duffy has just one field goal. Right wing 3 trying for another. Did not fall. Long rebound. Who's going to come up with it? It is Scott finally as she worked her way into the front court. A very long, about as long as rebound as can happen. Lyman not terribly organized on offense, and Lyman head coach Mike Kiefer wants an Actegra timeout. It's 30. We'll take that too. 7:13 in the fourth. It's Lyman 44, Stanley County 23. Back in 30 here on KGFX.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Jones County Invitational, Stanley County boys leading Jones County now by 11. It's 26-15. Just over 2 minutes left in the third. Darren Boyle has that game, 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. Lyman basketball here in girls play, and it's been the Raiders' night to this point. They lead Stanley County by 21. Lob a little too far for Scott from Erickson, but Max able to run it down. Still 14 in the shot clock. Right wing for Erickson, a three this time's off the front rim, but there to grab the rebound on an offensive board for Lyman is Labrador, and then McKenzie is fouled. Stanley County has found themselves tonight having to reach a lot. Taylor Stroop has this foul. That is her second, and it's the 17th foul, so it's the 1-and-1 for Labrador, and this one misses. And Caden's hand picked up the rebound for Stanley County. Hoffman right wing up top for Sosa. And Keeley Braceland just wants a better fourth quarter here. The cause is probably lost down 21. Hoffman right of the circle, 18. That is off the back rim, then hits the, what do you want to call it? Rope? It's not a rope. Anyway, it's what helps hold the basket in place. That means it's out of play and out of bounds, and Lyman ball. And the shooting's what's really hurt Stanley County tonight, 26%. Lyman has shot well, 48% in this game. Palmer on right wing, 20 points. She's a rebound short of a double-double, which she averages. Left wing, a jumper from 18 by Brocky, missing. Palmer, flying in there trying for an offensive rebound, didn't make it. It'll be Stanley County basketball. Doesn't matter how far out she is. She's going to try and reach it. Big first step of hers. Sosa for Stanley County. Right wing for Hoffman, the freshman with a three. It's off the rim. And Labrador with the rebound for Lyman. And into the front court for a 12-footer this time by Brocky. That is short. Lyman couldn't hold the rebound. It's out of bounds. Stanley County basketball. As Kason McGee is back in for SC. And Carly O'Connor back out there. Not a third quarter to remember her for her. Only thing on the scorebook for her in the third quarter, 4 fouls. Hoffman for Hand, left of the circle. Jumper good, and Caden's Hand is having a terrific evening, 13 off the bench. But Lyman leads 44-25, 5:22 in the fourth quarter here at Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre. Erickson with a lob for Scott in the lane through 3 players, fouled. And that may be number 5. No, it isn't. It's the 4th, however, on Hand. O'Connor thought for a moment she'd been called for a 5th, but instead, Caden's Hand is called for her 4th and team foul number 8. It is a 2-shot foul here, and Max Scott hit the first for her 9th point. 45-25 Lyman, 5:13 to play. The 8th grader looks for a double-digit scoring game. This one's short, and it's rebounded by Kason McGee for Stanley County. Again, they have McLaughlin in here in that rescheduled game on Monday, part of the varsity doubleheader. That'll start at around 6 here at Parkview Auditorium. Duffy with a left wing 3. Good! Mandy Duffy's second 3 of the second half. And 7 for the sophomore. 45-28 for Lyman, 4:47 remaining. Labrador trying to bounce. Now does for Scott. Backs down right on O'Connor and scores. She knew she was going against a player with 4 fouls. Nothing Carly could do there. 47-28 Lyman, 4:28 left. The only way for Carly to stay in the game. Back off there. Hoffman lost her dribble. Near the floor, loose. It is a dual possession. And it'll stay with Stanley County. Ireland Hyde, who appeared briefly in the first half, in for Mackenzie Labrador for Lyman. O'Connor into Duffy. 16-footer from the left wing misses for Maddie. And in a big crowd, Skylar Vollmer has rebound number 10. So there is the double-double for her. Another one. Scott, left wing for Vollmer. Open for a left wing three, but it hit the side of the glass. Hyde is there, follows, and hits from 4 feet. 2 off the bench for Ireland Hyde. 49-28. Lyman has their 21-point lead again. 3:48 remaining. Hand left wing Duffy. Baseline knocked away and out of bounds by Annie Brocky. So again, the 21-point lead, the third time that Lyman has had it. They have led just about all the way. There was a lead change and a tie very early. Left wing, a Duffy jumper, a 2, but it missed. Vollmer has rebound number 11. Right wing, a Brocky 18-footer. Missed. There's Ireland Hyde again, but this one did not fall on the follow. And Kaysen McGee with the rebound for Stanley County. Falling to the floor was Duffy, still able to make a pass. Comes in the right corner to O'Connor. 3:15 remaining. Duffy, left lane line. Good drive, draws a foul. Duffy's had a couple of threes in the second half to increase her point total up to 7. Lyman foul here is on Annie Brocky. That is her third. Team foul number 6. Duffy will have a couple of free throws here. 1 out of 2 earlier. This one's good for her 8-point. Caden's hand out. And she has played quite a game. She gets deserved 5s at the bench from everyone, including head coach Keeley Braceland. Jordan Sosa's back in. 49-28 for Lyman. Duffy's second free throws off the rim. Who do you think got the rebound? All together now. Skylar Vollmer, number 12. And a timeout. Mike Kiefer does not like the way this offense is being run. It's a full Integra timeout, so we'll take a minute also. 3:05 left in this one. Lyman leading Stanley County 49-28. Back to Parkview Auditorium in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Goblin Lumber presents our player of the game following this game this evening, which looks like it's going to go the way of the Lyman Raiders again. 11-9 and 8 since 2006-07, but again 9 wins in a row for Lyman. Stanley County last won in this series in December of 2012, so it's been a while. Lyman with the ball, 2:45 left, 10 to shoot. Entry pass is knocked out of bounds by Jordan Sosa, intended for Ireland Hyde. So Lyman will inbound with Brocky on the right baseline. Basket to your right with 8 on the shot clock. Lob. This is intercepted. Good play. Kaysen McGee comes down floor for a drive. Oh, but it missed. However, Stroop with a rebound. That missed as well. Duffy with another offensive board. Handed to Stroop. For Sosa, right wing, and open McGee from 16. That is off the rim. Trying for the rebound is McGee, but Brocky grabbed it instead. Stanley County had 4 chances and none fell. Left wing Brocky with 2:10 left. Here's a pass that's picked off by Stroop. Good play. Taylor to the right baseline. Drew a foul on Ellie Erickson. That's her 4th. But with a 20-point game and 2 minutes left, that is largely irrelevant. What is relevant is that the Lyman Raiders have played very good basketball tonight. And they're going to walk away with their 2nd win of the year. Taylor Stroop missed the first of 2 free throws. 2:03 remaining in this one. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. 1060 KGFX Pier. Rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM Fort Pierce. Slow the drive, arrive alive. Stroop hit the second, 49-30 Lyman with 1:58 remaining. Lob for Scott on the baseline. Turnaround from 6, good. Took the feed from Ireland Hine, and Max Scott has had a steady game with 13. Only 1 block, 25 for the season. Right wing, here is an O'Connor 3 off the rim, but followed by McGee. That also missed. It's just that kind of a night for Stanley County. Erickson with the rebound. Left wing, and Erickson 3. Off the rim, Taylor Stroop with the rebound. Down floor for Duffy. That missed. Follow. Wild try. That also missed by McGee. Taken in by Vollmer, then knocked out of bounds. So Vollmer has another rebound, 13. And the shooting isn't getting any better for Stanley County. Foul here, by the way, on Maddie Duffy is her first on Vollmer. We'll just try to add to that total at the line. She has 20. She now has 13 rebounds. She's 4 out of 8 at the line. Lyman is team 8 for 17. 21-point lead with 1:14 left. The front end of the 1-and-1. It's too strong. And Jordan Sosa gained the rebound for Stanley County. Right baseline, McGee way short, but because of a foul. So Jordan will head to the line. On the 4th foul on Max Scott with 1:06 to play. A Bauman Lumber player of the game after this one. Arena Scott in, and Skylar Vollmer. No, excuse me, Annie Brocky comes to the bench. Vollmer's still in there. Sosa, front end of a 1-and-1, and that missed. And guess who? Vollmer again, rebound number 14. 20 points and 14 boards for Skylar Vollmer. A bounce pass for Scott, little low. Mack able to pick it up. And then she's fouled. This one a little ragged in the last couple of minutes. 51.4 left. It's going to be the 10th team foul on Stanley County and the 3rd on Taylor Stroop. So Max Scott will have a couple of more free throws here with 51.4 remaining. Her first off the rim. Lyman, boy, do they have a test coming up. It is at home on Tuesday, but it is the White River Tigers. Second free throw rattles around and drops in. 52-30. Now Lyman's longest lead, 22 with 48 seconds to play in this game. Again, McLaughlin comes here for a varsity doubleheader with Stanley County. That's rescheduled, and that is Monday. Stroop for the left wing 3 for Stanley County. Off the rim, Jordan Sosa is able to grab the rebound. Back for Stroop, who drives, counted with a foul. After the offensive board, Taylor's able to score. She's up to 5. Her second bucket, her first since the first quarter. That fouls out Ellie Erickson. And she gives an instruction to Kelson Wells, the 8th grader, as she comes back in. Stroop will try to complete the three-point play with 32.4 left. She missed. 52-32 Lyman. Skylar Vollmer with rebound number 15. Probably the last one. 24 seconds to play. Wells out front for Scott. Right wing for Vollmer. She doesn't want to leave that floor. 17 seconds left. So league win number 2 for Lyman. They'll be 2-6. Stanley County 1-8. Marina Scott with a two-handed set 3 that misses. Taylor Stroop with the rebound for Stanley County. Right side, the shot missed. The follow is good for the last points of the game by Maddie Duffy. To end it, but it was all Lyman tonight as the Raiders were very impressive in picking up their second win of the season and their 10th in a row over Stanley County. The final score on the Wegner Auto scoreboard here at Parkview Auditorium was Lyman 52, Stanley County 34. Lyman, with the victory, now improves to 2 wins and 6 losses. Stanley County's losing streak now extends to 5 games. The Buffaloes are 1-8. Back in 2 minutes with our postgame, including the naming of our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. That comes in 2 minutes from Parkview Auditorium here on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
In Pier.
Lyman Raiders break their losing streak, beating the Stanley County Buffaloes tonight at Parkview Auditorium 52-34, and did so with a fairly dominant performance from a very excellent player. And why don't we just take care of it right now before we run down the final numbers, because I think you already know who it is, our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. We'll make it official when we return to Parkview in 30 seconds after this from Bauman Lumber here on KGFX.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Well, if you've been with us this evening, you know this was an easy choice. Skylar Vollmer averaged a double-double coming in and outdid her averages both in points and rebounds tonight. A dominant game for Skylar Vollmer, the 5'8" sophomore guard. And this program, Mike Kiefer wants to see improvement in it. And with a player like Vollmer, Scott down low, there's the chance for it. But Vollmer was dominant tonight. 20 points, 15 rebounds. Skylar Vollmer is our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. She led all scorers, and Max Scott had 14 points for Lyman tonight. 4 rebounds, also a block shot. Vollmer, by the way, with all the other things she did, hit 2 threes. Annie Brocky had 7. She had a 3. Ellie Erickson with 6 points, all on 3-pointers. Kenzie Labrador had 3, and Ireland Hyde had a couple. Hayden's Hand off the bench was by far the best player for Stanley County tonight. 13.7 rebounds for the sophomore. Andy Duffy had a couple of 3s in the second half and bumped her total up to 8. Taylor Stroop, 7 tonight. Jordan Sosa only 4 with 6 rebounds. Carly O'Connor, 2. Got in foul trouble in the third quarter, picking up 4 fouls in the third quarter of this game. And that was the scoring for Stanley County. Lyman, 43% shooting for this game, 45%, I should say, a 19 of 42, 5 of 15 on 3s. They were 9 of 20 at the line. Stanley County struggled from the start tonight shooting, only 26% on 13 of 50, 2 of 9 on 3s, and they were 6 of 14 at the foul line. Rebounding advantage to Lyman, 39 to 32. 1 lead change, 1 tie. They both came very early. Lyman's 11-point run in the first quarter turned a 3-3 tie into a 14-3 lead, and that basically was that. Lyman led 14-5 at the end of 1, 26-14 after 2, 42-23 after 3, and they win it by 18, 52-34. They led by as many as 22 points. So Lyman with win number 2. Stanley County at 1-8. Lyman now at 2-6. Other action involving Lyman and Stanley County, of course, is in the Jones County Invitational, the 54th annual boys basketball event at Harold Thune Auditorium in Murdo, and both were winners. So they will play tomorrow evening. The Lyman Raiders knocked off Cologne 75-42 earlier this evening, and Stanley County has just completed a 48-23 victory over Jones County, beating the Coyotes for the second time on that floor in less than a month. So Lyman and Stanley County will play tomorrow evening in the second semifinal after White River, who didn't have to play today. They were scheduled to play Bennett County, but Bennett County had to pull out because of COVID-19 issues. So White River will play Phillip. That will be at 6:15 tomorrow evening on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. But before that, there's action tomorrow afternoon, as it will be Cologne taking on Jones County. 2:15 tomorrow afternoon, 94.5, 100.5 KPLO, and then those semifinal games we mentioned in the evening. But Stanley County's on a good run right now and playing pretty good defense. Did so tonight. Jones County tried to slow that game down, as you would imagine, and they tried to do that the first time they played, too. They're not terribly deep, but the Buffs come through in the second half and picked up the win. Lyman did, too. That should be an entertaining game tomorrow night to round out the day in Murdo. In Pier tonight, Governors in boys basketball fell again. That's 4 losses in a row for the Governors, as Brianna Kuzler's team fell 69-54 to Mitchell. Colonels are very strong, looking good. They are now 7-2. Tomorrow night, the Governor girls will try to stop their 3-game losing streak. They will be in Mitchell to take on the Colonels at the Corn Palace. That's on River 92.7, 6:30 tomorrow evening, as Pier Governor Wrestling will be here on KGFX tomorrow. That double duel with Huron and Watertown at the Rickside Gym. Brian will have that starting at 4:30 here on KGFX tomorrow. And that's basketball action here on KGFX comes from the Corn Palace in Mitchell on Saturday, part of the 39th annual Girls Hanson Classic. The Highmore Herald Pirates will take on the Bridgewater Emery Huskies. That's around a 10:15 a.m. start from the Palace made of corn, as Darren likes to say on Saturday. Looking forward to being there again. Tonight, Lyman, very impressive in beating Stanley County. Skylar Vollmer was especially impressive. You know, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, they remind you to think twice, slow down in case of ice. That may be relevant, as you'll hear if you stick with us and hear the weatherology forecast a little later. That could be relevant tonight and into tomorrow. And we'll keep you updated. Of course, Chuck Hansen's in tomorrow morning. He'll keep you updated from 6 to 10 on road conditions and things, if such is necessary tomorrow. But don't forget, ABC News is coming up, and then more classic country till Mr. Hansen is in at 6 in the morning. High school basketball on 1060 AM and 103.1 FM KGFX is brought to you by Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre, by First Dakota National Bank, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Corner Station and The Crossing, Herding Electric, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Rumen Ag, BJ's Food Center, Halverson Oil, Kennebec Telephone, Fiery Brothers, Chamberlain Ready Mix, Oasis Pump and Pack, Statewide Ag Insurance, Great Western Bank, and KPI Insurance and Venture Communications. And the in-game sponsors that help bring you basketball this evening include Becky Ponce of State Farm Insurance, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who also celebrates being part of the team, reminds you to buckle up every trip, every time. Montana Dakota Utilities, South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre, Actegra, CHS River Plains, Almond Lumber, and Wagner Auto. Our thanks to Athletic Director Bruce Bresee at Stanley County. Unfortunately, a little under the weather. Didn't get to see him tonight. Bruce, hope you get to feeling better. Thanks to James Cutshaw for his help this evening. And also, Brian Menny taking care of the video, and our studio coordinator, the one and only Trinity Pearson. I'm David Burl. Lyman Raiders with win number 2 behind a huge night from Skylar Vollmer. For the 10th straight time in girls basketball, they beat the Stanley County Buffaloes. Final score one more time on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Lyman 52, Stanley County 34. Thanks for joining us, and good night from the banks of the Bad River in Fort Pierre.